Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is your girl Sarah right here on Relax Radio, and we're getting very close to the final few minutes of the show. But don't worry, because I'm here to make sure I keep you company all the way until 9 a.m. right now. Even though we're getting very close to the final of this show, I will be here for 2 more hours. So make sure to stay tuned because we're going to be talking about so much of things right here on Relax Radio on the Sunrise with me, Sarah, and I'm super excited to keep you company. Now, if you want to get in touch with me and share your thoughts and opinions with me, please feel free to actually go ahead and text me or call me on 078-52-473-473. Share your thoughts, share your opinions, because I would love to hear everything that you have to say, all right? And also, while you're at it, something else that you can definitely do is to share your thoughts, share your opinions, and you can also go like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because that will definitely help you stay informed and updated about all of these things that are happening around the world, okay? And don't forget to download the app either, because the app is available completely for free on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, and you can actually make sure you are always informed and updated about all of these things just simply by tuning into Relax Radio, all right? And now let's very quickly talk about the future of the National Health Service, because we need to talk about this, right? And this is because currently, in terms of in terms of the future of the National Health Service, we know that currently that 18 million people are at risk simply because of the strain that the pandemic has left on the on the National Health Service, right? And this is especially in terms of their mental health services, right? Because currently about 8 million people are at risk because of because of the pandemic and all of these changes that have essentially happened during the pandemic. All right, so let's talk about that a little bit, and we'll very quickly talk about that as well, because obviously there's so much of important things to talk about. All right, an estimated 8 million people in England with mental health problems cannot actually get specialist help because they're not considered sick enough to actually qualify, right? And NHS leaders have revealed this because the toll of the pandemic is actually now being laid very bare, all right? And from this 8 million, that actually includes people who are suffering from bipolar disorder, psychosis, and also mental health problems that are related to pregnancy and childbirth, along with those who have self-harmed and have had suicidal thoughts, right? So NHS providers are basically saying that the amount spent on mental health care in England actually needs to rise from 14.3 billion pounds to at least 17.15 billion pounds from next year to help cope with the spiraling demand. All right, and that is what is happening with regard to the mental health sector of the NHS. But right now, let's actually talk about let's talk about how all staff in the NHS are actually going to be treated, or rather, all staff in the NHS are going to be taught, or rather trained, to spot a rare type of diabetes. Right now, people with a rare form of diabetes may actually receive better treatment and discover whether their children are also affected. And this is on the new plans from NHS England. All right. Now, this happens to be something called monogenic diabetes, and it's caused by a single gene mutation. Although what can happen is that the specific gene that is affected can actually differ for everyone, but it happens, when that gene is mutated. All right, and this condition actually occurs in two types, which is essentially one, neonatal, which can basically occur within the first 6 months of life, and maturity onset diabetes of the young that develops later, right, which is often before the ages of 25. All right, now make sure to stay tuned, because we're going to be talking about a little bit more after this break. So until then, make sure to stay tuned.
Are you looking to achieve the most relevant qualification to kickstart your career? Then reward yourself with the best globally recognized professional business qualification, CIMA. Irrespective of the field you aspire to succeed in, a CIMA qualification can add immense value to your resume and professional life. Succeed in your CIMA journey with supportive tuition provided by qualified lecturers and resources. Nanaska is the leading registered CIMA tuition provider in Sri Lanka, with over a decade in the industry and hundreds of success stories. With qualified and certified tutors, Nanaska now provides easy access 100% virtual classes so that you could succeed at your exams and in life right from the comfort of your home. At Nanaska, it's not just about a qualification. We help you think out of the box and build a personality. Exciting offers also await students overseas. Enroll now. Call +94 077-499-7338 or visit www.nanaska.com. Commence your SEMA journey at Nanaska and become a globally recognized leader. Nanaska, smile with results.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. It is your girl Sarah right here on Relax Radio, and I'm super excited to be here because we're going to be talking about a lot of interesting things, and I'm going to make sure that I keep you informed about all of these things while you're tuned into Relax Radio right here on the Sunrise, all the way from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. All right, and now we're actually going to talk about how Freshers Week parties could actually spike coronavirus cases. All right, I feel like what I need to say is that ever since the country opened, we have been pretending like the pandemic doesn't exist. We've been going out, we've been having fun, and that's all fine as long as we take the necessary safety precautions, right? Which is what I want to tell you guys as well. I want to make sure that you guys are safe and you're taking the necessary safety precautions to not just keep yourself safe, but also your friends and your family safe as well. All right, now what scientists are predicting, or what scientists are saying, and they have warned universities about this, is that when universities actually host their Freshers Week parties next month, that could potentially lead to a spike in coronavirus cases. And let me actually tell you why this is, because now they're hosting these Freshers Week parties for the first time in person ever since 2019, right? So it's basically been about 2 years since a Freshers Week party was hosted, for the very last time. And what is happening right now is that for a lot of these people, they are going to go there with in the mental headspace, thinking, look, you know what, I'm actually going to take all the precautions I need to take. I'm going to make sure that I take care of myself, I socially distance, and I wear my mask, and I don't drink a lot. But let's be honest, right? Who doesn't go to freshers parties and gets a little bit drunk? And I'm not judging you for that. That's completely fine. But what I'm saying is that when you're under the influence of alcohol, that actually inhibits your behavior. You might go there in the thinking, look, you know what, I'm gonna take all the necessary precautions to keep myself safe. But when you go there, that might not actually be what happens. You might actually end up doing the exact opposite of what you told yourself you would do. All right, and this is why a lot of government scientific advisors are actually warning universities that if they actually go ahead and have Freshers Week next month, this could lead to very, very large spikes in coronavirus cases. All right, that's definitely not a problem that we need at this point of time, because we're still trying to get past coronavirus. We're still trying to get rid of it, right? And also with winter season approaching, we know winter season means flu season, so we need to keep ourselves safe. And if this persists and these coronavirus cases keep rising here in the United Kingdom, what that means is that we'll have a whole new set of social restrictions in December, right? And I know that's not something that anyone wants to go through, because I know how many people were complaining during lockdown. So if you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and you're not going through a whole other lockdown one more time, make sure to stay at home and make sure to take care of yourself as well. All right, because it can be tiresome, it can be tiring. But it's time for me to actually end this conversation about the NHS, about COVID. But don't worry, because I will be back in a few more minutes to talk more about how there could be a spike after Freshers Week parties, and also about how a lot of people are hesitating to get their second jab of the COVID-19 virus here in the United Kingdom. All right, so until then, make sure to